Hey you guys, it's your girl Chess, and today, by the way, before we get started, I am being called Chess, for short for Cheshire, now because I just thought that I needed to change my name from TheBunnyZim. But I'm still going to do the TheBunnyZim title in all my videos, which I wrote up here. The colors will probably be different, but that's irrelevant for this topic today. So today, I'm going to cover this topic of Miss Amanda Todd. Now, this is mainly about her unnecessary fame. Personally, I don't think that she should be so famous for what she did, but famous for what happened to her. Now, she made a video, and she did this flashcard suicide note, and actually, the first two that I showed were like almost exact words. I think they were her exact words. So I'm not, and that's why there was quotation marks at the end of each one. Quotation marks. Basically, I just quoted the first two cards, and I thought that'd be kind of perfect. My opinion, basically, is that Miss Amanda Todd has been recognized for the wrong reasons. Now, I'm not meaning any disrespect to friends, family, any acquaintances of hers, and I don't mean any disrespect to her or the life that she had before. But I think that she could have done so much more and chose the easy way out. Okay, mainly I say this because through my life, through a lot of it, I've been bullied. At first it started just verbal bullying. It was verbal abuse, people calling me names and picking on me in the school hallway. After a while, I got death threats. I had people telling me that, they hated me, that they thought that I was some kind of... I've been called a whore. I've been called a slut, which I know those are kind of the same thing. I've been called so many horrible things, and I mean, the last thing that I remember being called was a selfish cunt, and that I needed to go and kill myself. That was the last thing that I heard from somebody. I've also had physical abuse. I was shoved into the school lockers on one occasion. I've been pulled down to the ground by my hair, pushed into brick walls in front of the school. I had people physically and verbally abusing me, so I know what it's like to be bullied. And that's why I say that she's being recognized for the wrong thing. Suicide is not something that is the suicide is not a joke. I'm not trying to say that at all. But I think that she's being recognized for committing suicide when she should have been being recognized for being bullied, and somebody should have helped her. Now, I don't know all of her story. I haven't even watched her video. I've just watched the reviews of it. And from what I've heard, basically what happened was she sent a picture of her breasts to some guy, and he posted the pictures on the internet, and she later posted this video, which I will try to find and link to you guys, even though I think that it's pointless. And then she ended up committing suicide. I'm not sure if her committing suicide was in the video, but I know that she did, like I said, the flashcards, and I think that this was all pointless. I don't think she should have committed suicide. I actually, when I was younger, a few years ago actually, I used to cut myself, and on one occasion, I did almost kill myself, but I stopped myself before I did anything. On one occasion, when I was cutting, I cut myself too badly, and it took me a minute to figure out what to do after I'd calmed down. I wrapped my arm up, and I just wore a jacket for a while to avoid my mom seeing. So basically, I mean, suicide, it's not a joke. People really do commit suicide, but there are so many cases of suicide in the world that this one shouldn't be getting so much recognition. What I want to recognize her for is the bullying, because like I said, it hurts everybody who gets bullied. And I feel really bad for her on that note, because bullying really does hurt, and yes, it obviously kills. But I think that, like I said, I've kind of given my opinion on bullying. I just think that it's wrong. I think that it's, it's very hurtful and very it's a very serious thing, and I think that there should be more causes focusing on bullying than there should be on suicide. I have seen more causes on suicide than I have on bullying. Now, yes, the two are related, but granted, there are so many more reasons that people commit suicide that they should devote to for those causes, not just people are cutting themselves. I think suicide is a very selfish and weak act, and I think it's selfish because you are hurting more people than there are that are hurting you. You're hurting more people in the world than are hurting you, because you've got your family, you've got your friends, you've got any acquaintances, any people that you're close to. You have so many people that love you, and you're hurting them more than these 4 or 5 max bullies are hurting you. These people, these 3, 4, 5 people that are bullying you, that's it. They're not hurting anybody but you and maybe some of your family or friends if it's getting to them too. But you committing suicide, you're hurting your mother, your father, your aunts, your uncles, grandparents, brothers, sisters, your friends, nephews, cousins, nieces, everybody. You're hurting so many people. And you're only doing that because this is where the weakness comes in. Because you're tired, and I understand how that feels. But you're being weak because you're letting it get to you. Bullying can get worse than what I had to deal with, and I know that. But everybody's going to get bullied. The people that don't are really lucky, and the people that probably don't get bullied are the people that have higher stances in high school. But you're always going to have an enemy. Even the people in high school, even the really popular people in high school, have a bully here and there. Whether they're being, bullied up front or if they're being bullied behind their back. I used to hate the popular girls. I would be really mean. When I was talking about them to my friends, I was really mean about it. So even the popular people have bullies. They just don't see it in their face like some of the lower class people do. So I think that, I cannot stress enough how much bullying affects people and how important it is. I think it's more important in this case than the suicide, though the suicide is important too. So basically what I'm saying is, being selfish and weak like that it's just, I don't agree with it. I don't think that she should have committed suicide. If I was sitting in front of her right now and we were talking about everything that happened to her, and she said, I've felt so many times like committing suicide. You know what I'd tell her? I'd say, Amanda, you can be stronger than that. If I could be, and so many other kids like us could be, then you can be too. Because you've got people that support you, you've got people that love you. And to take your own life like that is selfish and weak, because you're letting the people that did that to you get to you. You're letting them mean more to you than they deserve. And I just think that that's entirely wrong. I could go on for so long with this. I don't even know how long I'm going on right now. I'm sure Derry will gladly tell me when I get done here. But, I want to stress so much about creating more causes for bullying and less causes for suicide, because there are more reasons for people to commit suicide than just bullies. People commit suicide because of cancers and illnesses and diseases, and because of things like that. There's so many more important reasons for people to commit suicide than what you're doing. So instead of committing suicide, fight for a cause that you like to help stop it. And one of the things you can do to help stop it is to find a cause that find a cause that stops bullying, because bullying is one of the #1 causes of suicide. It is. And if we stop the bullying, or stop a lot of it, then we can stop a lot of the suicide too. So find your cause. The link to my Facebook and to my Twitter and to my thoughts.com blog will be in the description, and also the link to Derry's YouTube channel, because he did a video on it as well. on this particular case because we were sitting down talking about it, and we both wanted to make videos about it and kind of give our opinion about it, even though we pretty much agree with each other. He's really smart. He covered his video in like a couple of minutes, and I'm taking like 1,000. But yeah, I will link you up to all those things. Don't forget to subscribe and like a favorite if you enjoyed. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!